Hello guys, how you doing today? Every day is a great day. I welcome you aboard. Thank you, all the new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I asked you to take that manly coat because the manly coat is very egotistical. It's only thinking as a man. I teach you as a spiritual being. Don't get upset as me because I'm teaching you per the universal God. I'm not coming to you as a man. I come to you like the law of God. I had someone yesterday question me as a man, but if I'm giving you the law of God, which is the books, you can't question me. I'm reading with the books. So, because the books keep us humble and keep us of the law of God to understand how God created the world and how he thinks. It gives us a better understanding. So today's topic, Great Awakening 2020, why all the killings? Age of Aquarius. Great Awakening 2020, why all the killings? Guys, you know we're getting ready to enter into Age of Aquarius, the fourth dimension. So, like I told you before, a lot of people will not make it because their frequency is low. Guys, today I want to take you to James chapter 4, verse 1 through 4. James chapter 4, verse 1 through 4. So, this is James talking about why all the wars are created, but it simply says, if you are a friend of the world, then you're an enemy of God. Read that for yourself. If you are a friend of the world, you're an enemy of God. I keep warning you about social media and television. They're not of God. Do I watch social media? I certainly do because I seek answers. But when you see killings, do you run to the newscasters or do you run to your meditation like I did with God to learn the true answers? Most people think like a man, they run to the news. That is a man that's not of God. So I'm going to give you an illustration. Once again, I'm not political. I am not political, but I give you how things have been going on. A young black man that's in a Democratic city and state, because it's always recently, a young black man that's in a Democratic city and state, you turn on your video, you don't hear the video itself, and you don't see the video from start to finish. You only see partial of it. So you see a police officer shoot and then people assume what happens. That's what happens every time. Notice you never see the full video. From start to finish, you never see a full video. Someone happened to shoot it in the middle where the police officer about to shoot. That's what you see. And you don't hear it. Sometimes you don't even hear the video. So in your mind, you already set that. See? So Satan also recruits. And God allows it because I just told you. Are you of the world or are you of Satan? So in other words, what you think you attract. So you create your life by how you think, but how many people as spiritual beings do it? How many people have started to reject TV and social media and started going more towards God? I have. I used to sell drugs for over 25 years. I gave it up and started teaching. I would have been caught up in the same loop. And this is where all your hatred, your biases come from, is through that TV and stuff. Because God said love your enemies. Why? Because that way you can see a full picture and you're not biased. You're not thinking like Democrat or Republican. So some of these evil people, I don't know if they hire police, but some things are staged to get you to do a reaction, to create the hatred and all the situations we in now. That's of the world. Do you have anything to fear? No. If you're of God, what do he say about fear nothing? I always say that's why I am not political. I got out of that way I could see clear. NBA too. I listen to them. I watch it. But they're in on the Black Lives Matter movement, which is of Satan. 1930, West Virginia, look up the word black. It's all evil, everything. Detach your name. And then if you say you're a minority, that means you're of less, like a baby, and you're dependent. And most time you're dependent on man. Detach your name. I keep telling you, detach yourself from these names given to you by the slave masters. So that's what's going on now. God, you choose your own destiny. So God is always open. He can't force himself on you. You have to find him. Most people don't choose God, or they try to choose partial. There is no partial. Either you love God or you love the world, and he said the world is his enemy. You can read it right there. So this is a continuous loop. Everyone gets caught in, they tune to the news. They don't tune to the law of God, what it says. I just explained it to you. So Satan also continues to recruit souls. He wants you lost. You have a choice. You are not a baby. You are not a minority. You are a spiritual being, and you are a God of the Most High. That's Psalms 82, 1 through 6. Read that every day. So the only thing you can do is save yourself. Stop worrying about everyone. You can try to teach like I'm teaching you, and then share the victory. That's what goes on every time. And then Black Lives Matter will come in and destroy the city. And notice it's always a city in poverty. It's never the richest city. It's always the city that's economically the weakest. That's the cities they destroy. And it's a tape recorder, same thing. I don't have to say names, but it fits the same thing. George Soros owns Black Lives Matter. He's an ex-Nazi from Germany, but now is in America with corruption. He's not for African American people. He's part of the deep state / Illuminati. And you'll keep buying into the Kool-Aid. I just ask you guys to wake up. Socialism is the same as communism. That's why that's why no one wants to be called socialism. But look at their ways. NBA, they're full of rich, wealthy guys. Have you met yourself an NBA guy? Or be careful, man. Do they teach you the law of God like I just told you? So when people say stop the killing, are they reading you the law of God of the world? The law of God is very simple. If you go to God, all this stops. Plain and simple. Because then you start to create your world. You know you're a spiritual being. You then stop watching less of the TV or no TV. And you stop watching less and less of the social media. Or when you do see it, you run to the law of God to understand why it happens and what you can do. They never tell you the law of God for a resolution, like I just told you. So I gave you the resolution and just told you. If you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of God. And as this age of Aquarius gets closer and closer, lower frequency, which is not being in the spiritual being continuously, you will not survive. You're going to keep hearing about this stuff. So your battle is not with the police and all that. That's hatred stuff taught per man to keep you in a war continuous with your brothers and sisters. Everybody is your brother and sister. They're all children of God. God created us all, so we are children of the Creator. So anyway, that's what goes on, man. Stop falling. Whenever you see these videos, ask yourself, how come you don't never see the full video clip? When I watch it, I only see a part. I never see how it started. I only see like the middle of it, and then the cop shoot somebody. You never hear the audio. Later on, all of a sudden, out of the works, then it comes. So they only show you what they want you to see. And what does that cause? Chaos, confusion, corruption. You get all that. And who's behind it all? Satan. Don't say God allowed them. People allow the damnation to themselves because they choose the world over the universal God. So I was allowed to sell drugs as long as I wanted. But I had to make that choice. And then once you make that choice, which is a closer step to the universal God, he will work with you. He doesn't work with you until you do what you got to do first. A lot of people say, I asked God to stop drinking. Okay, but you have to stop drinking first. He's not going to do it. You have to do it. And you have to be serious about it. Then that's a step forward and you get a reward. Every time you move towards the universal God, you get a reward. Notice he leaves that out because he don't want you to do it for the reward. He wants you to do it from the heart. But it is a reward attached. Trust and believe. I'm a living testament. Just letting you know, every time you do something more towards righteousness, there's rewards. But he doesn't say it because he wants you to do it from the heart. See the secret? So you guys take care. This is not about fear. This is about an awakening. This is called the Great Awakening. And I just explained to you why the killings will continue and what you can do about it. You create your reality by how you think. What you think you attract. So even these people, but are they of God? Doesn't matter you're a good guy, good woman. Did you give yourself to the universal God? Do you get in there? Do you pray? Do your meditation? Do you try to live in the left side of the brain or the right side of the brain? Left side of the brain is always closed. That's the egotistical man. The right side of the brain is doing right, which is righteousness. Most people live in the left side of the brain and never wake up. I'm now in the right side of the brain. That's the God side. He said, cast your net on the right side of the boat. That's the right. He threw hints. The right is righteousness. So man, anyway, you guys take care. Every day is a beautiful day. I feel great. Once again, throwing you a hint. Please buy some gold and silver. Physical gold, silver wise down. Whatever the dollar changes to, you will thank me later. But even if it doesn't happen, you can return and get your money back. But it's a great investment. Buy hard gold, buy hard silver. If you need more detail on it, drop me a comments. I'll give you a couple links where you can go look and buy from reputable people who sell gold and silver. And you guys take care. I really appreciate you. Love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye.